Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mommy coming to you again with another video. Today I am finally going to be revealing my cash index card system. If you can recall on my week-to-week budgeting videos, you will see that I have a line item there that says HHE or household expenses for $194. Today I am going to be explaining that cash system to you and also showing you my actual cash system. So what I am going to do is I am going to turn the camera around so that you can actually see my system, how it's set up, and the amounts of money that I put into each category every week. Well, actually, before I turn the camera around, I want to give you just a little bit of an overview of my system. I have about, I think, 9 to 10 different categories in my system. And what I do is I go to the bank, because remember, I do get paid once a week on Friday. So I would actually go to the physical credit union. I bank with LGE Credit Union. I will go there and physically withdraw the cash out of the bank. And it is so funny. I go to normally two of the credit unions on a weekly basis, and I'm withdrawing, like I said, $194 cash. And the tellers have actually gotten a chance to get to know me. They know when I pull up in the drive-thru or if I come into the bank, because of how abnormal that amount is, and also I want certain denominations. So they've started to make it into a game. They're like, hi, so let me see if I can guess how many 20s you said this week and how many ones and blah, 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 blah. So that's basically the system that I use, and I thought that was kind of hilarious because they're now, knowing me and trying to make it into a game. But basically, with my system, I withdraw the $194 a week, and that $194 does consist of 6 20s, 3 10s, 6 5s, and 14 ones. And there may be times where that amount may get adjusted here or there, based on what I'm having to do per week. But for the vast majority of the time, which has been over the last 6 to 8 months, that has been the standard amount that I take out. I take it out weekly. I take it out consistently. And normally, if that money is depleted out of that category at the end of the week, guess what? I go back to the bank and I pull out some more money to put into that category. Just kidding. No, at the end of that amount of money that's behind that index card, if it is empty, then I will have to go through the remainder of the week without using that category. That is called discipline and sacrifice. But with the way my system is set up, I try to allot for a few more dollars here or there so that I can have a cushion. As you all know, I love having cushions. I have those in my checking account as well. But I have a little cushion in each one of the categories. So there has actually never been a time when I've run out of money except for the grocery category. But other than that, all the other categories do tend to have, a few dollars left in them by the end of the week. So what I'm going to do now, like I said, is I am going to turn the camera around so that I can show you my system and go through that system in details with you. Okay, everyone, I am back, and as you can see, what's in front of you is my little wallet that I use for my index card cash system. I'm going to take you through this wallet real quick before I actually show you the actual index cards and how I categorize my cash per week. Okay, in this, as you can see in this wallet, it's just a regular wallet. It has 2 zipper sections here. It's on its last leg actually, but it is serving its purpose and I love it. Okay, so in the front part of the wallet, I have my section. This is mainly where I keep my change. You know, there, since I'm using cash dollars, then sometimes when I use the cash, there may be change left over. And you also have I have my cards in here and maybe some receipts and little things like that. In the front section, okay, and this back section is where I actually house the index cards and the cash. So as you can see, they're not in here now because I'm going to go through this video to show you what categories I have. So I'm going to lay this wallet over to the side, out of the way, while I go through the categories. All right, we're going to try and make this quick. All right, my first category is pet supplies. I have 2 Akitas. They are huge. They are topping 100 pounds each. And so they need food, they need shots, they need flea medication. So I deemed it necessary to have a category for my pets. The second category is car maintenance. Now this category is for your smaller maintenance on your cars. Like, actually it takes care of my registration for both of my vehicles. It also takes care of my, things like if I want to get car wash solution, buy the little rags and towels and that type thing to wash and dry the vehicle. And it also takes care of the oil changes. So that is a category in my household expenses. This third one is clothing. This isn't the category where I buy like the school clothes. I have another method that I use for buying their school clothes during the school year, which I will explain in another video. But this is for those items that they may need throughout the year. They may need, some socks or some underwear, that kind of thing. They may come to me saying, Mommy, we're having some kind of activity at school and they're requiring that we buy a t-shirt, or my daughter cheers, so all the cheerleaders need to have a practice t-shirt that's black or one that's yellow. But anyway, that is what that category is used for. This next category is school activities. The same thing, just like with the previous categories. This is for things like if they need to take field trips, or there's a party going on at school and they need money. So I have a category in my budget set aside. Now remember, I decided to start these categories because these were reoccurring expenses. What does that mean? That means that these expenses are going to come back to me week after week, every 2 weeks, once a month. Whatever it is reoccurring. So I know that it's going to happen. So instead of trying to wait until it catches me off guard or by surprise, I set aside a category for it so I can be as prepared as I can for that expense. The next one is hair. This is for if my son needs a haircut, if me and the girls need some hair products. We're all natural, so shampoos, conditioners, whatever the case may be, that is what that category is for. The next category is toiletries and care products. So I get all my household cleaning supplies, my laundry detergent, my pine saws, my dishwashing detergent, toilet tissue, paper towels, those type of items come out of that category. The next one is auto gas. I have 2 vehicles and I have 2 large vehicles. One takes the more expensive grade gas and the other one takes the lower grade gas, but they're both large vehicles. And so I am able to put aside enough money per week to make sure that the gasoline in both of those vehicles are taken care of. Now there is a plus. I do not drive both of those vehicles all the time. So I kind of switch up. I may give the one with the more expensive gas 2 days a week, or I drive it toward the end of the week. The majority of the beginning to latter part of the week, I'm driving the vehicle that takes up less gas. The next category I have here is gymnastics. Now this category is no longer a category because my daughter no longer takes gymnastics, but I do still fund that category. Why do I still fund that category? Answer is very simple, because I want to still fund that category. Now, what am I going to do with that money? I know you're asking. I am not sure what I want to do with that money at this particular time. I'm not in a rush to, come up with some kind of solution as to what I want to do with it. But my children, they're always saying, I'll tell them, okay, well, go in the wallet and get money, for your hair, or go in there and get money for school stuff. They're like, Mom, can we get it out of the gymnastics account? No, category, no, you cannot. Mom still has that money set aside because she don't know what she wants to do with it. It has grown to have a large amount of money in it. But like I said, it's going to sit there until Mama is ready to make a decision. The next one is eating out. I have a category for eating out. Sometimes I may not want to cook. I actually do meal prep and prepare meals for my children weekly. So what I do the meal prep and cook the meals on Sunday, which I just finished doing for this upcoming week. I'll cook anywhere from 4 to 5 dishes, and they are able to have a dinner for every night during the week, because of course during the day they eat lunch and breakfast at school. So that eating out category is for possibly on Fridays and maybe Saturdays, because they already know that on Fridays I do not cook. We normally eat out. So that's what that's for. Or if we're out and about and we're at one of the children events and we need to get something to eat, that money comes out of that category. So that's how that category plays a role, or even if I'm at work and I decide, you know what, I don't want to take food today. But here's the deal. Once this category is empty, that is it. There is no more going into, another category to try and find money to fulfill the obligations or the expenses in this category. Or if I, for example, say, hey, well, I want something to eat. No, there's no more money in that eat out category. So therefore, I got to get something out of the fridge and make it do what it do. The next category is blow money. Yes, I have a blow money category. And it does exactly what it says it does. I can blow that money on anything I want to. Now, remember, I said that the eating out category is a category that once it's empty, I can't go into other categories. But remember, with me having this blow money category, if I choose to use that money for eating out purpose, I can do that. So basically, that is kind of like a backup to my eating out category or any of these other categories. But once it's empty, it's empty. So we will not return to try and fulfill the monies that were in that category. And the last category, which is probably one of the most expensive ones, is right up there with auto gas, is my groceries. So there you have it. Here are my categories that I have. And this is what I have deemed necessary as categories for my household expenses. So we have groceries. Now, for groceries, I actually take out, remember, there's a total of $194 that funds these categories each week. So I'm going to tell you how that $194 is broken down. The groceries get $60 per week. Blow money is $13. Eating out is $13. The gymnastics account technically is $10. Auto gas is $60. Toiletries and care products is $5. Hair supplies or hair is $8. School activities is $5. Clothing is $5. Car maintenance is $7. And pet supplies is $8. That should give you a total of the $194 that I pull out of my checking account or my bills checking account per week to fund these categories. And basically that is it. Now, as you can see, there is still money left in each one of these categories. As for me, I never spend out of these categories. And what I have done is when I was trying to allocate how much money I need to put in each category, this was not an overnight decision. I watched how me and the children do things on a weekly basis. I did this for several months. And then I came up with the amounts that I put in there. And in each category, I do try to have a little bit of a cushion. And like I said, for the most part, the only one that really gets depleted is the groceries category because I do have a lean amount of money. I know somebody's gonna ask, how in the world do you feed a family of 4 on $60 a week? But I make it work. As you can see, there are actually a few dollars still in here, and I've already did my grocery shopping and cooked for the week. So with that being said, when the children come to me and they're asking for monies and they need things for this category or that category or this activity that's going on at school, there has never been a time when these categories that they needed funds from were empty. It's because I pre-plan these activities, for one. For two, when I pull out the money, I make sure that I pull out a little bit extra for each category. And also, it's just, kind of being disciplined and making sacrifices. This is also a consistent system that I use weekly. So being consistent, week after week, I'm going into the credit union, I'm withdrawing cash, I'm putting it in these envelopes, week after week, week after week. It never changes. I actually get annoyed if I'm out of town or something like that and I cannot get to the bank on Friday to fund these categories because I like to keep my rhythm going. I like my pattern going. I don't really particularly care for things when they get disrupted. But anyway, this is my cash index card system. And now I'm going to gather everything up and show you how it goes into my little cozy wallet so that we can end the video. So here we go. Here are all my categories and they are all in my little wallet. Works well for me. I can zip it up. Everything stays in place. We can shake it around. Everything is still in place. Open the wallet back up. Guess what? You still have the money behind each category. I love it. Also, with these little index cards, I chose the one that were, you can hear that, plastic. So they're not paper. They're durable. They're not going to go anywhere. They're never going to deteriorate. The only thing that may happen is the Sharpie may get lighter, but I can just, write over that. But this has worked well for me. And I bought those index cards from Walmart, probably for about $2 or $3. I think it was about 20 of them or so in the package. And that is pretty much it, everyone. I would love for you to leave me a comment about my system below, and also leave me a comment if you have a cash system going on and it is working out for you, because there are others here that may not necessarily want to use this system, but they can read your comments and you may have a more suitable cash system for them. Also, please like this video, and I would also like for you to subscribe to my channel. This is Dr. Mommy signing off, where we dream big but start small around here. Until I see you in the next video, YouTube. Bye-bye.